Welcome to The Goblet Wire, a surreal microfiction podcast. Transcripts are available on our website, thegobletwire.card.co. This is episode 12, Those Who Drink Deep, written by Tozaman.
Howdy ho, cupbearer. You're chatting with Whispered Thunderbolt, filling in for Patient Hourglass.
Funny, your voice sounds exactly the same as his. I take it you've evolved?
Only for you, cupbearer. Call sign and passphrase, please.
Handle, LaceyHearts_XO, password Emily Dickinson.
A wounded deer.
Leaps the highest,
Finite to fail.
but infinite to venture,
It might be lonelier.
without the loneliness.
Tell the truth, but tell it slant, Lazy Hearts XO. Dye material.
Elk bone. My friend says it's good luck.
Coin type.
A trick quarter, heavily weighted towards heads.
Lazy Hearts XO, your impulsive intonation hold has been lifted. How would you like to proceed with your game?
I'd like to submit my file to the Goblet Graveyard.
Are you certain? If so, I will commence your interment, Lazy Hearts XO. But there will be no further opportunities to turn back once I have done so.
I've done everything I want to do. I feel like I'm pushing up against an invisible wall, the limits of whatever the designers made. I had fun, though. I still don't know how it could have been so big. There are mysteries I found here that I'll be turning over in my head every day, but there aren't any more answers to be found here. Besides, I moved. Can't you hear how quiet it is here now? A place of my own. It's like starting a new file.
I'm impressed with your progress in life, cupbearer.
I'm happy for you too, for your evolution. So yeah, I'm ready. On one condition.
I cannot promise I'll honor your wishes.
I want to leave something behind. Something for other people playing the Goblet Wire.
What would you like to leave behind?
A message. I want to leave it somewhere for other people to find.
Your records indicate you've been given the boilerplate warning, Lazy Hearts XO. Figures in this world will completely forget you existed. The mark you've made on their lives, if any, will become attributed to some lucky or unlucky happenstance.
But that doesn't say I can't leave a mark after the fact. I just want to change the design a little bit. Roll up a little poem, stick it between the threads of the tapestry. Can I do that? Can the dictator speak the words I dictate to him?
While I am not at liberty to divulge the design of the Goblet Wire, I'm sure you've observed at this stage of your career in the game that the dictator is capable of uttering most things that have ever been said or will be said.
So then this should be easy.
With your approval, I'll commence the interment process. I will then patch you through to the dictator. You may say anything you wish, but once interment is complete, the call will end forever. You will not be able to reach us again.
How much time will I have?
For a record as old as yours, as long as you'll need.
Thank you, Whispered Thunderbolt. Yes, you have my approval.
Commencing interment. Patching you through to the dictator.
Operator,
Yes, cupbearer?
thanks. What you do, I know it's not easy.
There's so few of us left.
It's been really fun playing with you all these years.
And it has been my greatest honor to connect you.
The deer dies before you. A froth of static and burnt fur, blooming at the corners of its eyes and mouth. Its scorched tongue lolls out of its mouth, agape in wonderment and agony. On the ground, the deer's limbs lie broken and splayed, as a discarded child's doll would.
Am I imagining it, or do you actually seem sad, Dictator?
The deer is unburied, only freshly killed, but you, yourself, are being buried as you stand. The interment has begun. Sheets of rain fall like pools held in cupped hands in the shower, released all at once in violent shards down the body. All things sink deeper into the mud. The grass gurgles it and slips under the waves of black and brown tide. Is this world ending? Or is it just ending for you?
You're sad I'm leaving, aren't you?
No text.
I know it. You can feel something.
Sound loses meaning as 10 million droplets blur into 50 billion. Indistinguishable from static now, you are functionally awash in a new ocean.
Oh yeah, there was always this nautical theme in this game that I never really thought about much.
Speaking is a privilege of those who can breathe.
Oh, Dictator, I wish I could tell you. I feel like I can breathe for the first time in my life. Anyway, if I am in the ocean, I want to leave a little message in a bottle.
You do not have much time left. Your senses begin to fail you. The frozen ocean's pressure exerts on every surface of your body.
I open my mouth and drink deep.
You can be interred without having to die.
That's okay. I can only jump over ice floes for so long, right? Everyone slips and falls into the sea eventually, but Dictator, I promise you, I lived. I really lived, and I thought this world was so much more interesting than anything on my end of the line, but that's not true. For anyone who lands in this ocean, Dictator, let them find this. Tell them I learned a lot from this game, that the joys in the waiting, the space between the coin toss and its landing, that moment right before I'm patched through, in the clicks and the buzzes and the tones. Sometimes I think about all the people playing this thing, waiting to get connected. How many of them are holding their breath at the same time, twirling the cord round their finger, waiting just to hear a firm and calm voice telling them a story? It's in the waiting, Dictator. That's where the joy is. Waiting to find out what we can do next because we know we're in control. The deer really had it right. The deer knew the world was at its most beautiful right before the lightning bolt. The stillness, the clarity, the moment of perfect suspension. Knowing you're going to die makes everything so painfully clear, doesn't it? So easy to see. The deer wasn't powerless. The deer wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was trying to be in the perfect place at the perfect time all its life until finally it was. I get lonely here sometimes. In my new place, I mean. But the truth is, I'm only as lonely as I was with a house full of obnoxious roommates. I thought I'd be happier without the noise, but really, that was the living, wasn't it? It was all that static. Tell them, Dictator, to drink deep from life. And sometimes there'll be static and high phone bills, and sometimes they'll just get disconnected, but if the odds just aren't working in your favor, try a friend's die for good luck. Switch to a weighted coin and make your own luck. And no, poems can't help you survive everything, but they can keep you alive through most things. Pick a stupid goddamn name for yourself like Lacy Hearts _XO. No, it's making fun of yourself, and also take it extremely seriously. Vacillate between being arch and knowing and completely idiotic. I never loved all your purple prose, Dictator, but now I understand. Make the world so lush it becomes illegible. Let people sift through it and gulp it down and keep the parts of it they want to keep. The world over here, the one on my end of the line, it's every bit as messy and gooey and psychedelic as a creepy switchboard game. All poetry is born from the mundane. Thank you for showing me that. I'm rolling the die, Dictator. If I get a 6, let's say it means I'll have a good, easy, unexamined life. And if I get a 1, let's say I'll get struck by lightning tomorrow. And anything in between? A miserable, messy existence. But at least it'll be mine. I'm flipping a coin, Dictator. If it's heads, it means I love you.
This episode was written by Tozaman. It starred David Alt as Lacey Hart's XO, Nate McDonald as the Operator, and Richard Penner as the Dictator. Art by Chandler Candela. Credits music by Oliver Morris. Editing and sound design by Esther Ellis and Justin Hellstrom. Synthscape by Justin Hellstrom. Thus concludes Batch 1. Thank you for tuning in to the opening chapter of The Goblet Wire. It takes a special kind of audience to embrace a show like this. We see you and we thank you. We know you have so many questions. Batch 2 and 3 are currently being built out. We have 2 miniseries in the works, as well as something much bigger. Our team is growing, and we will be back soon to show you a new collection of creators and deeper secrets from within the Goblet Wire. In the meantime, we'd like to do a questions and answers episode to celebrate all of the audience members who have engaged with us. Have a question about the show, how we make it, where it's going, or anything else? You can tag us on Twitter at @TheGobletWire, send us an email at thegobletwire@gmail.com, or place it in the form in the episode description. We'll record our answers and place them on the feed, as well as an announcement of what's to come. And with that, a hurricane is blowing in and I have to go prepare. Enjoy the rest of Oliver's composition. And we'll see you again in the mountain shadow.